Like and subscribe right now, or you will face the mighty Skrull. USA placing missiles in Turkey. USA when USSR tries placing missiles in Cuba. When you're an Irish immigrant to the US in 1863 and you just got off the boat, you're invited to the Union Army. Join. All of Europe gets power by colonizing Austria. Germany, after receiving the Treaty of Versailles, got no time to read reviews while I'm working on the sequel. You think this is funny? Vikings naming an island covered 90% in ice, Greenland. Catholic Church after turning afterlife into a pay-to-win game. Business is booming. How I sleep knowing there was a French president who died while receiving a blowjob in office. Germans. Haha. The Russians have no air force to fight us. We have the Luftwaffe. 588th Regiment. Sneaky time. The protagonists. The main story. The side quest. The post-campaign missions. Canada never having lost a war. Britain. French weapons in history. USA won World War II by using its superior industry. USSR won World War II by using its larger manpower to overwhelm the Germans. France won World War II by using the power of friendship. Confederates be like, I'm going to Brazil. Kublai Khan, you can defeat me. Hojo Tokamune, I know, but he can. 2 typhoons destroying the entire Mongol fleet in their attempts to invade Japan. Japan 1941 rejects Poland's declaration of war. Poland, after realizing they could have rejected Germany's declaration of war. Norway, finally I can ditch Denmark and be my own country. Sweden, our own country. Rasputin gets poisoned, shot, beaten, and shot again. Also Rasputin, that's a cunt move. Can I just say something crazy? I love crazy. China says that the Korean War started when the US invaded North Korea. Crazy, right? That's like Germany saying the Allies started World War II by invading France. Most countries sending adults to the army. Nazi Germany. Bards and minstrels in most of medieval Europe. Skalds in Norway. George Washington when he can't get any work done because his secretary, translator, and inspector general all snuck off to have sex. I'm surrounded by horny gay guys. Thomas Jefferson writes a paper arguing that humans have a natural moral compass and that it doesn't change over time. People years later use that logic to judge him for owning slaves. Thomas Jefferson. Duck. Gay people exist. Historians. Not. Noted. Spain gives 1 month notice of the Inquisition. Unfortunately for you, history will not see it that way. Every sip you take contributes to one war crime. Imperial Japan. Asians can be bad too. Imperial Japan. You're goddamn right. Poland holds Prussia as vassal for 194 years. Prussia makes Poland be off the world map for 123 years. We're even now. Being tolerant to other religions. Killing everyone equally. Mongols. French scribes after they add a bunch of silent letters to words. How the French Revolution went. Who would win? A top-of-the-line machine designed only for drilling. One strong boy. Robespierre. 0.002 seconds after getting on the Committee of Public Safety. You will worship me as though I were a god. Lenin proposing a communist utopia with equal rights, industrialism and democracy. Lenin losing the election. Unacceptable. Virginia seceding from the Union. West Virginia seceding from Virginia. Hey Ottoman Empire. Wanna hear a joke? Yeah sure. Vienna. I don't get it. That's right. You'll never get it. You little shoot. Insecurity. I will always be a part of you. Anxiety. I wonder what could go wrong. John Rockefeller. I will take your owl through any means possible. Crisis. Happens. Humans. Minorities. 45 presidents and 1 civil war. 61 kings and 3 civil wars. 19 princes. 11 tsars. 16 emperors. 8 dictators. 3 presidents. 3 revolutions and 8 coups. Napoleon. Conquers Prussia. Napoleon. Visits the grave of Frederick the Great. Napoleon. Now here was a king. A truly great ruler. A truly great soldier. If he was still in charge, I never would have conquered Prussia. The current king of Prussia. Standing right there. When you have to fight Italians in a battle. But you are in New York. Australian military history. You think this is funny? Emus. Parisians in 1887 being told an ugly iron tower will be built in their city. Parisians in 1909 being told the beloved La Dame de Fer may be torn down. Broke. Rich man's war. Poor man's fight. Woke. Rich man's war. Pretty much everyone's fight. Caesar is becoming too popular, so you and your fellow senators declare him an enemy of Rome while he's far away in Gaul. You get word that he's broken tradition and crossed the Rubicon into Italy with his 13th legion. Your poorly trained legions have thrown down their weapons in fear and you have to evacuate Rome. George Washington doesn't want to be president. The US makes him president anyways. Washington. 1941 to 1942. Die commie scum. 1943 to 1945. Die fascist pig. Poor civilians who just wanna make it through the day. It's 1930s America and you just beat up one of your classmates who insulted you. After school he points to you and starts talking to his dad in Italian. Iraqi generals. Alright, we annexed Kuwait. Now who is against us? Saddam. Oppenheimer after Project Manhattan. I'm deaf. Roman Empire having the strongest military and government of the time and a land area of 1.7 million square miles. Elaborate welfare system and incredibly high military expenditures causing crippling debt. 1641. Can we trade? No. Go away. 1854. Can we trade? Yes. The war to end all wars ends. The Estonian-Soviet War 17 days later. So that was a ducking lie. Reagan dealing drugs to fund the military. Rappers singing about drugs to leave the hood. Modern artists. Tracing is cheating and should be called out as a pathetic deed. Renaissance artists. Lmao easy peasy. Ancient Egyptian monarchs. Whenever they get 2 kids of opposite sex, they're marrying. Nods in agreement. Leonardo da Vinci. After inventing the first tank. I guess you guys are not ready for that yet, but your kids are gonna love it. Plato after deciding that only philosophers could be kings. Everyone is stupid except me. Spartan men after having to get married. Germany. Mexico. Have you ever considered invading the United States? The UK. Huh. Sorry, that was a strange thing to ask. Germany would have won the Second World War if Hitler had waited to attack Russia. Who the duck said that? Me. There was this guy who ducked a wolf. Teacher. What does that have to do with the fall of Constantinople? Me. We get there when we get there. When you say to your friends, gee, this Robespierre guy's getting a little carried away with the guillotine. Jesus inevitable. Confederate soldiers. If Lincoln accepted the war elephants from the king of Siam. Da duck they doin over there. Sword. Requires years of study and practice. Spear. Given the title King of Weapons by martial artists worldwide. Mace. Whack. When you raise $3.77 worth of aid for the USA during the Great Depression. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Nikola Tesla. When the newspapers start claiming he invented a death ray, you've confused ray with beams. When the enemy surrenders to you instead of dying in battle, do you have a shred of honor? US makes nukes with help from the UK. UK makes nukes with the help of the US. France. Hey, we hate the Soviets too. Plus, we are actually on the continent with them. Can we get help making nukes? US and UK. Lol no. France. Fine. I'll make my own nukes. With buckets and snails. Well, you've never fought me. Continental Europe. Yeah, we have. You've never fought me twice. Leonardo da Vinci predicting the helicopter in 1519. You're about 420 years too early. Vegans. Meat eaters are literally Nazis. Hitler was vegetarian. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed your stay. See you again tomorrow at 5 PM GMT for more saucy memes. Check out the last episode or the playlist if you haven't already. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Much love.